only reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Tym akcentem witam was, kochani, w kolejnym odcinku z Fallout 4. Jak się domyślacie, jesteśmy w instytucie, do którego nie bez problemów udało nam się dotrzeć we wcześniejszym odcinku. Także porozmawiamy chyba z... Oho.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Niech ich szlak.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me, your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
On wzywa tego ojca, wiecie.
Damn it. Sean, open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated.
Ty skur...
He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Ty skur...
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I want answers, asshole. Now.
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity, but I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
What?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun.
No właśnie. To mogło być 10 lat, mogło być więcej.
Your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
What? A jak mu nie wierzę, jak on po prostu sobie to zmyśla i ten Sean prawdziwy jest tam obok?
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me?
No właśnie.
At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
No właśnie, kurde. Ale czemu tylko... A no tak, bo on był jedynym dzieckiem w tej krypcie. Instytut się dowiedział o tym. No i faktycznie. Nie wiem, co kurde myśleć na ten temat.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
No tak, no bo Kellogg już wtedy pracował dla Instytutu. Porwał właśnie Shona, tego tutaj starszego. Wychowywał go. Potem, jak został tym całym dyrektorem tej placówki, czy tam, wiecie, kierownikiem, czy głównym zarządcą, overseerem, jakby go nie nazwać.
Are you following?
Tak, chwila, gadam do widzów. No i trzymał Kellogga nadal i co? I przewidział, że ojciec, czyli my, się rozmrozimy w końcu pewnego dnia? Przecież to mogło być, nie wiem, za 200 lat kolejnych, czy kiedy i co?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Wypadkiem?
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place. Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Masakra.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me
On powiedział,
time.
że
I know
zawsze
there's
tak
more
jest.
for us to discuss.
że wspólnota nie ma się czym
The
czego obawiać.
Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
No właśnie nie bardzo mnie to, kurde, powiem szczerze. Tylko nie wiem, jak teraz odgrywać postać tak naprawdę. Czy jako faktycznie John Shepard, czy jako ja, tutaj Aldara siedzący i gadający do was. No bo tak, jeżeli John Shepard chciałby, bo on chciał, cała ta, wiecie, wyprawa, Bractwo Stali i tak dalej było, żeby połączyć się z synem, więc myślę, że chciałby po części zostać z nim na pewno i, wiecie, może bardziej zbadać i być może wykorzystywał Bractwo Stali i innych Minutemenów i tak dalej, żeby właśnie mu pomogli w dotarciu właśnie do tego miejsca. Ale ja, jako ja Aldara, dobrze, no to myślę, że nie można aż tak ingerować w naturę, żeby tworzyć syntki po prostu z ludzi. I o to chodzi. Teraz, kurde, nie wiem.
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
No tak, ale nie zawsze będziemy, kurde, wiecie, coś się spieprzy, to jak krypty, nie? Coś się spieprzy, znaczy no, krypty to może zły przykład, bo tam miało się coś spieprzyć, ale chodzi mi o to, że wiecie, no, nie po to mamy całą planetę dla siebie, żeby żyć pod ziemią, tak?
Are you following?
No właśnie nie followinguję cię. I wydaje mi się, że John też by chciał żyć na powierzchni, zwłaszcza, że zobaczył, że są Minutemeni, jest Bractwo Stali, które też chce zarządzić porządek, może inny, ale zawsze, wiecie, żeby był prawo, porządek i tak dalej. Minutemeni też chcą wyczyścić, wiecie, świat z guli, bandytów i tak dalej, więc chyba nie zgadzam się.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
No nie wiem.
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
No dobra, nie podjęliśmy decyzji. Dobrze się stało w sumie. Możemy sobie tu pochodzić. Pozabieram mi te rzeczy wszystkie. Dobra, gdzie ja mam iść? Tam chyba. Tu jest poniżej ktoś. Ładnie, czysto, sterylnie mają. A, to jest taka klatka schodowa. Dobra, zejdźmy na dół. Porozmawiamy z kimś, może ten terminal znajdziemy, w razie czego. Bo nie bardzo mi się podoba siedzenie tutaj pod ziemią. Tu jest robotics, tu jest terminal. Bardzo trudne. Wymaga terminalu.
They weren't
I don't
kidding.
know.
You really are
Most of
here.
them have lasted
Well,
long
all right.
past their projected
I'm Allie.
lifespans.
Allie
If you ask
Fillmore.
me,
You can
they
think
were
of me
built
as the
pretty well.
Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Nie.
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here, not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it. I can't argue with
Czyli
that.
przynajmniej 210 lat, kurde.
I'm ready to see the full Gen 3.
Nie wiadomo kiedy wpadli na ten pomysł, ale...
All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course. We're all looking forward to working with you.
Nie.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
What can I requisition?
I have access to a modest selection of arms, armor, and other items approved for use in field missions.
I'll think about it.
A w sumie zobaczmy.
You are authorized to access my stock of supplies.
Let's see what you have.
Automatyczna broń plazmowa. Co tylko za 380? Broń plazmowa, karabin snajperski. W sumie dużo. Eksperyment 18A. To by było dobre. Tylko 4 koła kosztuje. A ja mam coś ci sprzedać. Bandany w czaszki, bezpiecznik. Kurde, bo kupiłbym właśnie jakiś ten. Jakiś karabin snajperski. On 500 kosztuje. Dobra, zobaczmy co tam mogę dorzucić. No dobra, w razie czego mamy karabin snajperski, nie zawaham się go użyć. Wow. Spoko. Ho, 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 ho.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Dobra, zostawcie mnie w spokoju. Nie ufam wam w ogóle.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Our new synths are so lifelike, I keep mistaking them for real people.
No się nie dziwię, kurde, pod te rulty.
Greetings, sir.
Pogadajmy jeszcze z tymi, kurde, skurczybykami. Ten się tutaj...
Rumor is advanced systems will be starting a new dark matter.
Maybe I should take some courses with you.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. If you see any suspicious synth activity, report it immediately.
Oni chyba, myślę, że stworzą jeszcze nowszą generację synthków. Zaraz.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
Oh, it's nothing personal. I don't trust anyone. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
Masakra. No dobra, w sumie tyle chciałbym wiedzieć. Tak najbardziej to jest Dr. Lee. Bym się chciał spotkać.
Seeing you in that power armor makes me think we should design some of our own.
Może tutaj się skakujemy. Karawaniarz. Cricket. Czyli... to mi long gun. Siedząca strefa walki. Aha. Czyli faktycznie tam jeszcze, kurde, mają ludzi od tego. Kurde, tu się nie dowiem za bardzo. Ho, ho, ho. Nawet zepsutą żarówkę zabieram, a co? Ho. To był błąd, że mnie tu wpuściliście. Teraz wam wszystko zabiorę. I nie będziecie mieć już nic.
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't...
Dobra. Ja mam pełną świadomość tego. Nie bardzo mi się podoba ten projekt nowego syntka. Już... Dobra. Syntek włóczęga, to jest skurczybyku. Tu chyba. Trzeba iść gdzieś.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more apparent.
Ciał systemu zaawansowanych.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Hey there.
I hope you and Father try to make up the time you've lost. Family is important.
Jest Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
A właśnie, że mogę.
I wasn't aware that I needed authorization.
Father may have given you the keys to the castle, but this is still my laboratory. If you plan to stay down here with us, you need to learn how things work.
What are you working on?
There's no getting rid of you, is there?
Nie.
You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
You're the scientist. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, let's see. A Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the Commonwealth. You find a way to intercept our teleport signal, and now you show up at my door. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Ale ja wcale nie chcę cię zabić.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lyons let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secrets. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
No to jest dobre pytanie.
Father trusts me, and so should you.
You're wasting your breath. I'm a scientist, not a soldier. The Brotherhood desired my creations in order to destroy, to take control. I'm not interested in returning to that way of life.
Może to oni chcieli, bo już kurde nie pamiętam, jak mówię, nie przyszedłem w Fallouta trójki, ale wydaje mi się, że to, czy to nie ona pracowała nad tym syntkiem w trójce?
I wish there was something I could say that would convince you.
You're wasting your breath. I'm a scientist, not a soldier. The Brotherhood desired my creations in order to destroy. I'm not interested.
I was just told to get you to come back.
The Brotherhood wants me back, and the best they can do is send a robot that does nothing but follow orders. Sorry, but you're going to have to do a...
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like father
A,
was
właśnie.
deflecting my questions.
Ty wyleź stąd, a ja ci powiem, gdzie jest
Solid
Virgil.
information on what killed him. I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
No deal.
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation.
No,
Now,
oczywiście.
for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
No i spoko. Nie, no się przyda, nie?
I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
No dobra, kurde. Czyli trzeba faktycznie to serum zabrać, bo mamy dostęp do tego laboratorium Virgila. I tym się zajmiemy. Człowiek, instytucja. To trzeba włączyć jeszcze. Dobra, wszystkie drogi prowadzą tam, ale myślę, że na tym zakończymy ten odcinek i zobaczymy, co się tam uda zdziałać w przyszłym odcinku. Tutaj właśnie są, widzicie, terminale gdzieś. Trzeba będzie to, kurde, załatwić. Dobrze, że mamy dostęp do i z zewnątrz Instytutu. Także pomyślimy nad kolejnymi krokami w następnym odcinku, a póki co dziękuję Wam bardzo za uwagę. Ocencie film, jeżeli Wam się podobał i do zobaczenia w kolejnym odcinku z Fallouta. Trzymajcie się. Pa, pa.